Hello everyone and welcome to Past the Post. My name is Michael Adolphson. We're going to get right into the action here in the UAE, some of our best racing action in the very last week here in the country. We had the Al-Ain Cup, the first of 9 races at Al-Ain and one of the last races of the year. AARX Byrne was very impressive here under Sebesta de Sousa over Musaba El-Maheri, moving Musaba into leading trainer at the time. Rod Limbark was up in second, Sam Hitchcock, while Kay Saboseti and RB Frenchtude, a former Group 1 winner, was back in third. The final margin of victory was 3/4 of a length.
They come into the straight now, and as French Dude who leads them, RX Byrne had some cover through the middle stages, now presents with a run here down the centre of the course. Indy's Day running on well with Rad Lembarak. Then came up in behind them Azrad Aspar, who's battling away, going up and down on the one spot, followed there by Najud. It's RX Byrne though, the one to chase. RX Byrne though finding here at the 250 metre mark and coming clear from French Dude, Rad Lembarak. Indy's Day running on from the back, Najud, but it's RX Byrne and Rad Lembarak, the only challenger. It's RX Byrne all out. French Dude and Rad Lembarak coming again. RX Byrne laying out a little bit late, but he'll do it. RX Byrne the winner from Rad Lembarak. French Dude third over and fourth to Najud.
The second race of the night was a maiden for 4-year-old Nup Purebred Arabians, UAE breds, this one on the dirt, 40,000 and 9 furlongs. HK Assad gave Richie Mullen a 14th victory of the season. Ahmed Al-Bahiri trains this one, who won by 2 lengths over AF Tashalal. Saif Al-Balushi was aboard the runner-up, while Yas Racing's Argod finished third for Jules Mobian and Eric Lamartinel.
Sard's making a good claim of it the inside. Didn't get away the best, but now starting to do his best work here late. Under Richard Mullen, he goes up to contest along with Tatalala and also Tasha Lal. And these three have broken away here in the final part from El Salam. Next was El Hasid. It's Assad, the leader. From up on the outside, Tasha Lal and Assad. Tatalala now into a clear third. Assad and Tasha Lal. Assad, Tasha Lal, a good tussle down to the line. Assad still holding sway. Assad comes clear to win now. Assad done his best work on the back end. 2.5 lengths from Tasha Lal. Third over was Agad.
Yas Racing will be back at it and in the win column for the third race, the maiden 4-year-old Nup Purebred Arabians. This 40,000 dirham event was over 9 furlongs. Rofan IW and Jules Mobian got Eric Lamartinel in the win column. AF Al Mubarak was second for Tygo O'Shea, Ernst Erntel and Khalid Khalifa Al Nabuda. The final margin of victory was 3/4 of a length, with Al Nair back in third for Jesus Rosales.
SS Mesbar and up on the inside Ajab. Up in front taking over the lead. It's Al Nair the inside from El Mubarak. Rofan there with Hobbs Sadiq. Then came Yakwi into fourth position from Ajab. It's Al Nair. Al Nair hits the lead from Rofan. Now finding more. Rofan along with El Mubarak. Rofan the middle. Al Nair the rail. And El Mubarak who's now third. It's Rofan AW for Jules Mobian. Rofan, here's Al Mubarak. Al Mubarak wanting to lay about here. Rofan's just going to get him. Rofan AW, 3 parts of a length.
The third race of the evening was a handicap not 295 rated Purebred Arabians, 4-year-olds and up, 70,000 on the line, over 9 furlongs. Khalid Khalifa Al Nabuda got a win on the night, this time with Ernst Erntel trained AF Muhair and Alejandro de Silva in the saddle. K-Post was in second for Hamad Al-Saidi, while Untethered finished third for Roxanne Lejus.
And it is Shamika who takes over the lead from Safia the inside, Quepos. Estartha still makes ground the outer. Then came Shamika who's starting to work through along with Muhaya. Taking over the lead is Quepos from Muhaya. Shamika still coming along with Estartha deeper out. Then came Majdi along with Safia. Up in front it's Quepos along with Muhaya. Muhaya takes over the lead now. Estartha trying to make ground here, finally part with, look at it, Untethered coming from back in the field as well. Muhaya will hold on from Quepos. What about the run of Untethered?
The fifth race of the night was a maiden 4-year-old Nup 40,000 dirham event, 8 furlongs or 1,600 meters. Mesa BS gave Musab Al-Maheri's Oasis table another win on the night. Sam Hitchcock was in the saddle with Al Faiz Madison back in second for Richie Mullen. Ahmed Al-Bahiri trains the runner-up. Rabu Reda for Yas Racing was back in third for Sebesta de Sousa and Majid Al-Jahori. The final margin of victory was 3.5 lengths.
The Saudi galloper Meydan BS is going just as good. Alfays Madison out wider, now starting to level up and get on level terms along with Sir Al Ghabia. Then came Al Dafra Al Ghabia. It's Meydan BS. Meydan BS leading by 2 lengths. Alfays Madison trying to get down to work the outside from Ruwaida, who's now beaten. It's Meydan BS. Alfays Madison opting to the inside, now wanting to go all over the place here in the meantime. Meydan BS is shot clear. Meydan BS coming clear to win well. Meydan BS.
The 6th race of the night was a maiden for 4-year-old Nut, 40,000 on the line, the first of 2 divisions of this 8-furlong affair. RB Blind Date and Sylvester de Sousa gave Musaba Al Mahari a treble on the evening. Winning by 14 lengths, he beat out Lugo de la Garde. Hamad Al Basaidi was aboard the runner-up, who was far behind. Wahid finished 3rd for Yas Racing.
Gazal, RB Blind Date. He's not waiting around for anyone here at the top of the straight. He's out by 4 lengths. Ludo Delegard hangs round the turn here and starts to make chase. Along with Wahid, the inside, deeper out, running on Meg War from next to him running Baudelaire D. Gazal. But RB Blind Date is bolting at the 300-metre mark. RB Blind Date, half a dozen on Ludo Delegard, who may be battling away into second again. And Wahid, but they are chasing shadows, and the Saudi Raiders do it again here. Another one for Musaba Al Mahari at Al-Ain. He goes 2 clear in the premiership. 10 lengths. RB Blind Date brains them.
The 7th race of the night was a handicap not 280 rated 4-year-old Nut Pure Arabians on the dirt, 70,000 on the line, over 8 furlongs. While Jeeb gave Alpin Adiyadi a win on the night, Khalid Al-Balushi was aboard. Asmahan was in 2nd for Sylvester de Sousa and Yas Racing, while Jawar and Sandra Pava rounded out the top 3. The final margin of victory is 3/4 of a length.
As they straighten up for home here now, and it is up in front Wajib, who's going to work through with A.H. Tahan. Then came Bashasha Al Reef, Rad Al Brock on the inside. Asmahan starting to get into his work out wider with Jap Mena. Then came Jawar. It's Wajib who takes over from A.H. Tahan. Then came on the inside Bashasha Al Reef as Wajib from A.H. Tahan. Asmahan trying to improve into the top 3 placings with Jawar, but it's Wajib up on the inside. Wajib who's clear. Wajib's going to come down to the line and go home to score. Wajib from Asmahan, he was an absolute tragedy beat.
The 8th race of the night was a not 270 handicap, 70,000 on the line, this one over 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters. Yas Racing got a 2nd win of the evening and a championship clinching affair, Nebras for Jules Moby and Eric Lamartinelle, giving them both a double on the night. El Nino was in 2nd for Al-Moussam Al-Balushi and Muhammad Al-Ahruki. Yas Racing also finished 3rd with Barari Al-Walfa.
Up in front, Marmook is ridden along here in the lead, up into 2nd position. Barari El Wathbar. RB Bama is now pushed along, working through is Nibras and El Nino the rail. Next to him running there, up on the outside, working into it, AJS Knifer from Hazem El Wathbar, JR Patriot. And best of the rest there in proceedings was up on the inside, Markeen. It's Marmook going with Nibras. Then came El Nino, deeper out on the course here, Barari Al Wathbar now starting to get into his work from AJS Knife for RB Bama. It's El Nino up on the inside though, the leader. El Nino from Nibras, then came Barari Al Wathbar. It's El Nino. El Nino up in the lead by a length and a half into 2nd position. Nibras tries very hard. El Nino and Nibras. El Nino. Nibras diving at the line. Tight. Not sure.
And the last race of the night and the last of the Al-Ain season was the Al-Ain Sprint, a prestige affair over that 5 furlong that they loved dashing in front of the stands as their last race of the night. 100,000 dirhams was on the line, and Group 3 winner RB Moneymaker flexed his class with Richie Mullen in the saddle, giving him his 2nd win of the night. Hamad Al-Marar trains this one, with Al-Tibr finishing 2nd for Hamad Al-Basaidi. AF Yabrahim was back in 3rd.
It's Kahela the far side though with the advantage with 250 to go. Yabaran now starting to work into it. Najam El Wathbar. Here's RB Moneymaker. RB Moneymaker pouncing down the centre. RB Moneymaker with Al-Tiba the near side. It's RB Moneymaker. Al-Tiba. RB Moneymaker trying hard. RB Moneymaker winding back the clock. There's the way to cap off the season. RB Moneymaker half a length in the Al-Ain Sprint.
Thus ends Al Ain's racing this year, and we move over to Abu Dhabi in the capital, which had a few affairs to end the night, including the Abu Dhabi Championship for the thoroughbreds. But we kicked things off with the Purebred Arabians. A 0-275 handicap for 33,000 was up first. Antonio Fresu, having his first ride in quite some time in the UAE, over a year and a half, got it done for Ernst Hertel and RB Bougie, an easy winner, slicing through horses dramatically and beating out Najib. Jules Mobian was on the runner-up, who lost by a neck. AF Mutalak was back in third for Abdulaziz Al-Balushi. The second division of that same affair, a 0-275 handicap 4-year-olds and up on the turf, 33,000 on the line over that same 7 furlongs, went to Ernst Hertel as well. AF Al-Zahi and Alejandro da Silva got it done, beating out Combat Hippolyte by 3 3/4 lengths. AF Muhem rounded out a 1-3 finish for Hertel and Khalif Al Nabuda. The third race of the evening was a Wathma Stallions Cup for private owners, 0-285 handicap. This one had 70,000 on the line, 1,600 meters or a mile. Kasu Hippolyte gave Hamza Al-Hamida a win on the evening with Alaya TR in the saddle. AR Amira with Abdulaziz Al-Balushi rounded out the top 2 for Ibrahim Al-Hadrami, while Watira Sylvester de Sousa was third. The final margin of victory was 3 lengths. The bigger money affairs followed, kicking things off with a prestige 125,000 dirham Spirit of Gaff Stakes. This 1,600-meter affair was won impressively by Al Laith, giving him another win on the season. The 115-rated sort beat out 110-rated Bassam Al Wathma in the process. Taigo Shea was aboard for Ahmed Al Baherbi, while Sylvester de Sousa was aboard the runner-up for Majid Al Johori. Mahmouda, a stakes winner in the past, finished third. The fifth race of the night was a 66,000 dirham affair, and 0-275 rated local breds. Maymoon RS was very impressive here, winning by nearly 5 lengths under Sandro Pava. Sprinting clear in the end, the chestnut inserted himself really well for Abu Bakr Dawood, the trainer. AF Kayed was second for Hamad Al Basedi and Hamad Al Marar. And Yas Racing's Riyadh AW rounded out the top 3. The second stakes of the night was the Group 3 Arabian Triple Crown Round 3. This 2,200-meter affair, or 11 furlongs, looked like Saoud's to lose, and he indeed did not. Yes Racing's promising 4-year-old won nicely under Sylvester de Sousa with Majid Al Johori, the trainer. The final margin of victory was 4 lengths, but one to watch in here was Listo de Faust, finishing on second nicely under Antonio Fresu for his old boss Mustafa Al Maheri. Al Murshid rounded out the top 3 for Saif Al Balushi. And the final race here in the UAE of the season was the listed Abu Dhabi Championship for the thoroughbreds, 380,000 dirhams on the line. They are over that 11 furlongs or 2,200 meters with 228,000 dirhams to the winner. At the top of the lane, it looked like Al Yabri and Antonio Fresu would get their second win of the night from Sahab Al Maheri, but indeed he was unable to hold on as Stormy Ocean came to his outside, Homebrewed to his inside, and the former getting the better of the latter. Sam Hitchcock was aboard the Aqua bin Harness trainee, who won by a neck. Syed finished out the top 4 for Ray Dawson, giving His Highness Sheikh Ahmed a 2-4 finish in the final race of the season. And speaking of the last race of the season, let's look at those championship standings and final champions of the year. Among the owners, Yas Racing got the better of His Highness Sheikh Ahmed Rashid Al Maktoum, 46-38. Khalif Al Nabuda finished third with 31. Back and forth, we had Godolphin with 20 victories, and Nazar Askar rounded out the top 5 with 14. Among the trainers, it went down to the wire, and indeed it was Musab Al Maheri who just beat out Ernst Hertel and Michael Costa. Musaba had 40 victories, Ernst Hertel had 38, and Michael Costa also had 38, with 36-28, 6 less seconds, finishing third. Back and forth was Bhupat Simar, defending champion, with 33, and Ibrahim Al-Hadrami had a nice 30 wins on the season. Leading all with money as far as the top 5 goes, Bhupat Simar had over 15 million dirhams in earnings. And among the jockeys, for the first time in over 12 years, Taigo Shea did not win the championship. He was beaten out by Sylvester de Sousa in his first full season here in many years. 54 victories got Sylvester on top of 47 for Tai. Connor Beasley had a big season with over 18 million dirhams in earnings, including multiple million-dollar races, and a 12.6% strike rate with 43 victories, while Sandro Paiva had a huge breakout year, 28 victories for him, and 26 for his fellow Brazilian countryman, Bernardo Pinheiro. That made 3 Brazilians, Sylvester, Sandro, and Bernardo, in the top 5. We thank you for tuning in here on Past the Post. And throughout the summer, all the way through July, we're going to go over some of the best racing from around the world and give you news from here in the UAE as well. We'll see you here next week. My name is Michael Adolphson. May all your photo finishes be winning ones.